Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking. The lanius, it's big. It takes an awful long time to fill, but then you leave it filling overnight, and then in the morning you leave it draining. So it's not, it's not really terrible. It's quite a good price as well, actually, is the one thing I am going to say. MTU 60 by Missy B, 60 tonner for 40 grand. Very, very good. And yeah, they're good as well. 40 tonners. Oh, now it is, if you remember, it is a lorry. So we haven't got a lorry as of yet. This is actually quite true. 52,000 for and it doesn't say Unreal, and I presume it is very long. I've got to be honest, it is massive. So I'm going to keep it silver because it's a bit of everything. And we also are going to need a dolly, definitely. So we need to go to the dolly section, and of course we're going to get a dolly. D for dolly, I believe, is where we should be looking. And we're going to go for, oh, okay, do we go for something a little bit different? I would normally go for the TLX. I've tried the toner a long time ago. I must give it another shot a while. Yeah, but this one, why not? I think I tried this once before. It was off-road. I like the colour as well. Fantastic. Now we want to reset that. Brilliant. Now then, we have the biggie we do. Right, so then it's time for us to shift over, and the Kaweco can now well, actually, we could stick another tap over. Oh, there's not much point. This is what I'm saying. I've got to get into that, and this is what I was saying about using the power productions. This, really, you could have a little tractor. In fact, that's not a bad idea. If we arrange this with the tap in the right place, you could use the weakest possible tractor that you've got, or even buy something. Now, I have seen, I didn't realise I'd got them. I remember ticking the pack, but I have got, in FS19, I used to love using the little grey masses, the little tiny ones. They were something like 2,500. They were really archaic tractors, but ideal for sticking around in the yard. And they could do little jobs, and they were cheap as chips. So you didn't need to keep running your really good tractors, over to the to do these jobs. You just kept the tractor in, and this type of job is exactly that type of. And now you might regret putting the tap where you did, is what I'm going to say, because it's a little bit far out, really. Oh, and this is a little bit, although we could, if we are clever enough. Could actually get it so that is edging that way. Should just about match that. Or I think we're going to have to reverse it. I think it's going to be the other way. It needs to sort of face both, because I think the unload point is quite far at the back. So yeah, I think I've gone the complete wrong way. So we're down to 301,000. We need to put at least 100 tons in. So yeah, we'll find the sweet spot for this. And even if we have to move that tap to this side, because it makes perfect sense, then why not? While we're doing that, we're going to have a look at the little small tractors. I noticed, I knew I'd put the pack in, but I didn't actually notice. I don't go in the small tractor section that often. I often stick in the sales, and then I noticed quite a few little masses. Yeah, quite a few tractors. I remember putting the Farmer 300 CI in. That one I also put in as well. And yeah, the cases, I remember those. And these John Deeres have been here right since Oxygen David's first map. Can't think of its name. Here we go. Yeah. 47 to 60, 38 to 57, 37 to 45. Something like that would be absolutely spot on, really, for that type of job. It doesn't need to be powerful. And then, of course, there's my old, the little Zeta, which I've used on so many Let's Plays. It is unbelievable. Then there's the AB. That's a fantastic one. We've got a little van already. We could buy another one for 20 grand. But what I'm saying is, if there was ever a little tractor for this, it really is this particular type of tractor. Version. It has presumably got a 3-point at the back. It has. I wouldn't care that it had not got anything. Yeah, bit of extra traction. I don't know what ROPS or toolbox and all that lot is. Swinging drawbar, pickup hitch. I'm not sure what that actually does. Front loader attacher. I didn't realise it had got one, but we don't really need it. I think I'm happy with that. Oh, we reset it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. And then let's just see if we can find the sweet spot, or whether we need to completely I think it is right up here. I think I'm going to have to really reverse this the other way, because I'm sure it's quite, yeah, whoa. Yeah, I think we're catching the IMT. I've got a theory about this, that the silver boxes actually catch things, and I think that actually pretty much proves that that is about right. Yeah. We're going to need to stick. Yeah, this is one time when narrows really aren't the best. But then again, it is 100 tons of weight, so what would you expect, really? You had a lot of trouble with this on Court Farm. Exactly the same thing, catching on something, and you really couldn't see that you were catching on anything. Right, so let's try and keep this on flat as ground as possible, because I would imagine in real life it would be a bit of a nightmare to use this. I think it's a silver. I think the silver boxes catch on unlevel ground, even when they're not catching on unlevel ground. It just draws to an absolute halt, like you're dragging it into the ground. I ought to stop having it, really. I should know this. I suppose level ground is the true thing, and would you really use this type of thing? This is where practical things take over, and sometimes I forget. I think I'd sooner use the H2 Studios, but once we get it in place, really, it will be just a firm fixture if we can ever get it to move. See if we can reverse it onto a little bit flatter ground. We didn't struggle until it started to hit this uneven ground, really. Yeah, now we're hitting the... Seriously, what is the problem now? It's just like pulling forwards. Do you know, I think what we're going to do is we are going to sell the IMT. We're going to give ourselves the full amount back, though, because yeah, I've had this really one time too many. I think I've got to draw the line really somewhere, so it is miscellaneous. You have really. Ooh. Why is that not showing in the... Oh, because there is 2 miscellaneouses. That's why I just saw it next door. So we want to be selling that. And we'll be giving ourselves 52,000. 52, I think with the options as well, but you know, we'll stick to 52,000. And we will now ask the shop again to drop off a trusted partner that will not let me down. He says so confident. Well, no, this is the thing though. When you use, I think it's in trailers as well. Yeah, well, there's the FS22 Studios, which has been my firm favourite. Now, is this in here? Now, I would say the Tanker Junior and the Tanker Senior, but they have a nasty habit. Now, there is also the Mack Trucker one. I've not had any issues with the Mack Trucker one at all, so that is an option. But yeah, I'm steering clear of this because it's not, if the portholes are shut, it's not supposed to drag things around, and it does. I showed it on Maypole, so again, it's become a bit unreliable. Now we did want, no, we were talking about that, and then we realised that actually we don't need to do that. So, is it in miscellaneous? It is in miscellaneous as well. Why do I get mixed up? I'm sure it is in miscellaneous. There's quite a few tankers in here. So if not, there's the Mississippi one, the 60 tonner. But I think, yeah, I mean, you can't beat the value of the 67 tonner by FS22 Studios. It really is very, very reasonable. Even though I'm quite happy to pay the others. That one I've always found a little bit expensive, and also it's smaller as well. So I don't see why you would do that. Especially bearing in mind, it's like anything. If you get what you pay for and you pay a cheap amount and it is rubbish, then I do understand. I did remove the IMT once before, and I think we're going to have to do so again. It's a shame, really. But yeah, 21,000. Configuration. Nope, we don't want that. Do we want the... I very rarely use the back thing, truthfully. I think we'll stick to exactly as it is. Now we shall reset that. And now, let's grab that. And if this goes wrong in the same place, then I shall scream. Truthfully. Oh. Now we've got narrows, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, but then that hasn't got narrows. Not that I know we can't damage, but that's not really the point, is it? Yeah, you've got to be careful you don't catch yourself in the mechanics of the thing, because obviously if you're aiming for realism, you really would not do that. Right, so now we've got to bear in mind what we did learn, though. We can still apply that same knowledge, and we're going to have to, unfortunately, yeah, if we're going to do this right, we're going to have to reverse with a swivel axle, and it's a long way. It is. Well, you were saying the other day that you were getting better. Yeah, and as I was saying, yeah, it's a long way though, it is, and I'm not feeling at my best, but yeah, we will give it a shot, as you do. Thing is with this is to go steady. I think we need to go sort of acrossways a little. So we need to like angle that end out, sort of past the but not lose it, because that you've lost it there when you do that. Steady, that's steady. Now, yeah, we're gonna have to swing past and then swing back in. No. No, we're not going to clear it. Yeah, we need to sort of go past it as well. I'm sort of realising, it is amazing sometimes, it's only when you're actually under the pressure that you start to think, oh yeah, but no, I need to do that. The plan that I had in my mind when I first looked back there is completely different from the one that I've got now, because your sort of driving skills sort of take over a little bit and sort of help, but that's going to go in a little bit too much. So we need to sort of be straight for a while. And then we need to keep steady. Apologies for this, but you sometimes got yourself set yourself these challenges. That's short, not quite. It's a little bit too long still. Isn't the 82 Studios ones with proper? It is. Still a little bit further. It's by the time you pull in. Maybe now. I still think I'm too far forwards. I think I'm going to need to shift the tap a little if we're going to make this work where you get it in just in the right place, truthfully. Yeah, because otherwise it would be showing now on the filling thing. So I suppose what we could do, I'm thinking you've got to get these things right though, haven't you, really? And that is truthfully truthful. So stick this in and we're going to leave it, and we are going to go through till November morning. So it's not for, actually, probably you could just push backwards a little bit. It's not all. Wouldn't it be more ideal to bring the tap actually closer to us and just basically be in that position, really? The only bad thing is obviously we have yeah, and the time to do it is when it's worth max value. We'd just be paying the plumber to shift it forwards a little bit. I would say to about there. And we need to do a little bit of painting. And there you go, that's a sweet spot. So really the only bad thing is about all water tankers, they do actually shift a little bit, but that's, yeah, we've done what we set out to do. Yeah, that's what we saw a few minutes ago. So we've done everything we've got. Oh no, manure. No, we did, I remember. Oh no, we didn't stick, we did, I remember doing it. Yeah, my bad, apologies. Yeah, I'm a little bit I looked in editing and I realised that I was sort of not forgetful exactly, but yeah, and a bit, when you're not feeling 100%, you get those where you're not lucid, and yet you sound perfectly lucid and you seem to be okay, but then you sort of notice little misses in concentration and things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to say that. So we're saving up our pot of money. We're not like, yeah, any good deals that come, and also we're saving up for more ground. I think I'm happy to stick, and I know we could earn far more if we keep sticking more and more of those, and you could exponentially, but I'm also trying to keep it realistic. They would be bigger than they actually are, so I'm bearing in mind what they represent is about at the level that a big vineyard and a big olive grove would be at. So I'm happy with where we are with that. Right, so good. Sleep till the morning, 9 o'clock indeed. And do we go to December? I think we're going to go to November. I think we're going to do the December one next month. I just like to leave it at where we are. So I think we've probably done a session, I would say. I'm trying to keep my session times reasonable, but it is amazing. And some of them, yeah. Yeah, the other thing is, obviously, I think, no, it's not third growth stage, that's second, because there we have the golden grass. Excellent. So that's second growth stage. And oh my life, whoa, wow. Yeah, well, I think we've picked our partners exceptionally well, really, bearing in mind that is down to grapes and olives. That is amazing. Let's have a look at how our productions are. I don't think I've ever dreamt, and again I have said this about keep choosing. Now, yeah, also we're going to have the other one, so that's got 65 tons of grapes. And the raisins are selling nicely. Now we've seen the price of that, that's good. Now that we saw there was an awful lot of digestate. Now we're out of manure again. I think we ought to do a couple of loads directly into that, because there's an awful lot of cash in that. There is 200, if we put 100 tons of manure in, there is 200 tons of fertilizer, which is worth an absolute fortune. So we are blocking our own business. This has now got 5 tons of grapes in, so it's beginning to go in that equal price. Now I think what we ought to do, I've never used priorities ever, but if there is a time to use priorities, it is now. We want that to have a priority of 1, so very low priority, and the other one, because it's got a lot in, it doesn't want to have a lot, we want that to have a priority of 10. So that's 10 times more priority. That's the use of priorities. I've never used it because I've never needed to so far. So there's plenty of water in there. The olives, now it's the olives that are, now let's have a look. We should have a lot of olive oil. Look at the pig food. So we're going to be selling that. The grape juice is, we want to be selling that. Why did I not sell that? Because yeah, so that wants to be selling on the hour. The olive oil we're going to sell at the right time, and the pig food we're also going to sell in December. Wow, I've never had a let's play where you've actually managed to nail it as well as we have this time. Yeah, that is quite amazing. So 44 tons of digestate. It can't distribute because some Wally hasn't filled up the manure. So the other thing is, again, as I said a few minutes ago, now we haven't looked at the sales. 6, 10 and 9. Oh, we haven't gone into animals yet, but that doesn't mean to say that we wouldn't. 6, 10 and 9. I think we'd go for the Noah. I really like the Noah, or we'd go big if we're going to do this. So there's nothing in there at the minute. One thing I am going to say, though, I do think, again, like we just said about, I'm going to be dropping that off. Now why is that? Oh, it's not showing because someone's not done that. But the other thing I like to do, a little trick, is right now click on start filling. It doesn't look like it's doing, but when it empties, it will refill right back up to the 67 tons, or it sometimes does something weird and doesn't quite do it, but it does actually work. Yeah, a little trick that I have mastered quite a few times. I thought that is a real neat trick. The game mechanics allow you to do it, so it's not cheating. Right, so then we need to be grabbing, well, any of these. Well, we did do the manure, we never stuck it in, so we need to be grabbing that. I knew it. This is the truth, and this is what I'm talking about, lapses in concentration. When you half do a job and then you dart off, normally your concentration's good enough when you're 100%. So let's say, oi, you've got that manure to do. We need to do at least another one of these. Oh, it is a bit of a struggle. It really would be as well. The Sintrack is sitting over there, and I'm quite sure it's filled by now. Yes, we've got a 210 horsepower Massey, a 220 horsepower Massey. We have a 280 horsepower John Deere and a 420 Sintrack and a 435. Alright, stick that. Let's grab another one, but I think we will grab the Sintrack. Let's just go fetch it. Yeah, it really does look like poisoned water. It's nice to see. It is. I honestly, I am blown away. I've never ever, in all of my years of Farming Simulator, actually got the productions or stumbled up upon. Well, we've stumbled upon quite a few good partners, but I've always said this. It's about the overlapping businesses. It really is. And boy, oh boy, have we found some good partners that we've never found before. And I really do love that. Yeah, I mean the multi-crop greenhouses pack has been one of those game-changing sort of things that, I mean, the production shared, not only that, the limes and all that, they're absolutely amazing. As I said, the modder is, yeah, really hat off to that modder because he is amazing. G866, I'm almost remembering your name, I think. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Still a bit unsure about that. Having it would stand, but it still looks a little bit odd. I do think the black sheep modding one might go nicely there. So I think another 2 of these, really. I think if we go forwards and reverse straight to that, we'll do another one straight after. Oh, no, you can't. You can only take it's on the edge, 100 odd tons unless you upgrade it. And I don't like upgrading it. Again, realism, it's, to me, it's about there. It's I know I have upgraded it on a few when Let's Plays get a mega, and this is sort of getting to that thing now. I think we'll go through to December, and then we're going to leave it ready for me to do everything on December. I think we will go that far, so that next session. Yeah, right, so have we done that? Right, it's just to do another water. Whilst that's going off, let's grab the water. I am blown away by that, really. And so there's no cheating going on, and also not only that, we're not selling it. We're not selling everything. Yeah, we're only selling the grapes at the minute, and obviously we've changed our partner, the one that we're using, and that's producing yet more pig food. So it is quite amazing. Yeah, now that's finished now. These ones are churning along nicely. Yeah, water seeds, lime manure. Yeah, all good. And check your businesses, always look after your businesses. So yeah, we'll leave that because it is going to happen again. That one is, wow, it's taken all that manure, but we've just topped up the one where the manure is distributing, so really that wouldn't really matter, but we will get some more manure obviously for that too. The seeds, they weren't going down very much at all. They've gone down about 3 tons in about 6 months. Water is now astronomically high. Right, smashing will fill that, and if you noticed, it was back up to 6-7 tons, so it drains it all the way down, then fills it up again, and then you drain it down again, and you really did 140 tons. So it is quite amazing. Anyway, we're going to go through till December morning. We did check the sales, we did indeed, and yeah, we're still increasing our. So there may still be a need for a very high-end tractor. In truth, but do look at that is amazing. That has changed a little bit, that has actually, but it is quite amazing. A very good idea. Really is quite yeah, this steering adapter, it does really wobble around the corners and really seriously helps. So right, anyway, and it is indeed 9 o'clock, and we've filled everything we need manually. We didn't wait for the manure thing because it sometimes seems a bit slow, but it is quite an amazing, another excellent production that really you should be getting to use. A little bit like the Grain Quid Pro. Now that's yeah, we would have to stop in December anyway. 890,000. Oh my life, that is phenomenal. So now, this coming session, we are going to get busy doing lots and lots of stuff. So that is an amazing place to leave it. Now then, did we reset that? Yeah, I don't want to abuse it. It's not that. One thing we are going to do is we're going to buy. Ooh. Now then, 600X. I think seriously. If I remember rightly, the 6 is the better of the ones that I struggled with. Or was it the 560 that was good? The 550? I don't think I've ever had this one. Straw distribution width. What does that mean? Does it windrow it? No, that means it's thicker. You want it small. Beacon light, standard pipe. Let's go max. Yeah. Beacon light standards. Wheel setup, wheel engine. So there's no extra capacity. It's 10,000 litres. But do you know, I'm quite happy with that. We have got a, and I wonder if that will pick up the. But to be honest, are we worried about that type of thing now? I just think that is. I think that one is also going to go for a. Is going to handle a big header, 305 horsepower. Do we treat? No, that is a very, very good deal, really. It truthfully is for that. I mean, I would have paid that for the header. What, the harvester for the header? that we've actually got. So yeah, that one's a 6.8 meter and standard. I think you'll find that's going to be more than capable. Well, the last thing we're going to do is go up, and we could, yeah, go up to the, yeah, where we find the little tiny Massey, beautiful little thing, and a bit of a big monster John Deere. Yeah, I think we'll come and fetch this, because the idea of travelling across the map with this is a little bit, yeah. Oh no, I don't need to do that now. Then I need to get up your steps, which are this side. Realistically, we should repair it and unfold. Not that we're going to do any harvesting here, but I am going to sort of do the power thing where you just check. This is a 6 meter header, the Deutz-Fahr. I'm just going to see if it will, or I mean, yeah, we've got all winter as well, because we can't harvest anything just yet. Now, from a power perspective, now, does it do anything silly? No, that looks actually, I know, I don't, but it's not doing anything. The ones that don't work right, they do funny little diggy things, like the angles are all wrong. Now that looks perfectly okay. So for the first year, I think that one, well, we shall see what we shall see, but we'll repair it for now. It will definitely work, and we can stick it on the low loader. We've got the fork truck there, although really that's not going to help us very much with this. But yeah, we'll get this repaired on camera, and at least we've got the means now to actually go into standard farming. Yeah, fantastic. So there we go, we have a harvester. Finally, let's fold that away. Do we grab a standard header trailer? It's only a 6 meter. I think we're going to leave it there. Is there anything else we need from here? I do think we could. No, that low load is quite. I think what we're going to do, we're also going to buy my favourite trailer. Yeah, it's a time for, so it's in under low loaders. I think we'll treat ourselves to one of those. And I think what we're going to do though, yeah, we're going to sort of cover ourselves, not for the money. It's just sometimes you mean well, you double up. We lost 600, and it does then take up room. So it's not the fact that I don't appreciate it, or the fact that it did. It's, as I said, it really is just that fact. So we want we're going to go bumper pull to begin with. We want the 50-foot gooseneck, my absolute favourite. And we're going to do flat deck. No, I love the dovetail. And Tatcher type, bumper pull until we get a lorry. Or do we treat ourselves to a lorry now? No, we'll see, because you usually get one. We're going to go mid, like 30. So it's a little bit longer than standard, but it's not ultra long, and we can extend it when we need to. Colour, let's change this to one of the fast. The fastest would be the it's alright, I'm thinking I'm thinking, I can't for the life of me remember its name. It is the Sintrack. I'll say it before. Yeah, it's amazing sometimes the visual cues that you get when you actually see something. So next time we will bring the Sintrack up. We shall stick the header trailer on here, stick the little Massey on here, and we shall go from there. So yeah, that's where we will start next session. So all that remains to be said, we're down to 764,391. We are, let's just, I like to finish so you can see where we are at, because I would imagine this is going to be quite blow your socks out the waters. Yeah, 677 in this very month. It's gone down by a little bit, and it is a little bit. The solid fertilizer, we know we've got a lot to come. That's only 3,000 off minimum, so we're going to send the pig food to market, like literally on the things, on the through the cell naturally. Do we do the same for that? let's have a look at the sale points, because if there's a one where it's worth a lot more, no, they're worth the same. So truthfully, what we're going to do is sell it from that, because if they're all exactly the same, the average is going to be high, and that's what it goes on. So it's silly not to do that. So there you go. So we are going to earn. I've sort of ruined it a little bit, and I do apologise for that, because in a way you can pretty much add that up to say we're going to be a mil. So that's quite phenomenal. Even the pig food's going to do really well. Yeah, we just bought that from it. Yeah. So all that remains to be said for this particular session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope that you're going to stick with me on this. Very exciting, actually. I've never had this kind of takeoff where the choices you make have gone quite so well as this. It's quite a nice place to be, really is. And we are sitting on our pot of money, and we're going to invest it wisely in productions. But we're going to stick to the things, as I said, we've got that mill, which, to be honest, is going to be one of our massive partners in this Let's Play. And the other thing is you can go to Mads. I do want to go into animals, though, and do I? Or do we stick this as one of those where it's productions and we just go sky's the limit? I think animals adds to any Let's Play, though, really, although they do tie down as well, like they do in real life. But do we do that? I think we do. I think animals are well worth it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Australia's famous for its sheep, really, more than anything. But it's steers as well. So yeah, we might do those two, or do we go something a bit different? We shall see. Yeah, definitely. That's for another session. But all that remains to be said for this one is goodbye for now. Hello and welcome. Right, this is a bit of a dilemma, but I think we don't really need to worry about it too much. I was thinking I might have to go in between the crop dividers, but I think by the time we pull this up, actually, we've got a ghost in the machine for some reason. I think all we need to do is drop that off. I've not got that. Yeah, I can't drop it off if I have not got it selected. I do love the way that Giants do allow this, and I know I've said that quite a lot, but it is true. I think it's quite an amazing, although this is actually tall enough. This is one of those rare harvesters that truthfully is, and it's also a fast one. I like it. I think it's 24. I think it said 24, but that doesn't appear to say 24 there. Right, so if we put that drawbridge up, as I call it, and we clamp that down, we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, that man's a magician. He disappeared. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.